In 2015, the Pennsylvania Public Education Foundation created the William Howard Day Award to honor the first African-American school director in the United States and a resident of Harrisburg. The award recognizes outstanding contributions to public education by individuals, groups, or organizations all across the Commonwealth. At the recent 2023 PSBA School Leadership Conference, this year's award was presented to Barbara Bolas, who is here with me today. Barbara's long history of service to public education is exemplary, including many years on the Upper St. Clair School Board with 4 terms as president and 5 as vice president. She also provided excellent leadership as PSBA president in 2001 and then as national president in 2008, in addition to serving on numerous PSBA committees and acting as a board liaison. Congratulations, Barbara, on this honor.
Thank you, Nathan. It's such an incredible honor. He was such a leader in bringing people together and working for the public education eventually.
Well, and with 35 years of board service, you are too. I have to ask you, 35 years, that's becoming less common than what we used to see. Board members kind of don't have that longevity. If you think back on your service over those many years, how has the job, the role of a school board director kind of transformed over that time? What have you seen?
What I have seen is more controversy. It's and more needing to explain to the community what's happening, bringing the community together, especially sometimes around curriculum development time, because we do present our curriculum to the entire board. The community has input into it before it's even presented. So sometimes we'll have some little hiccups in the road, but it's all about coming together, remembering what our purpose is. It's educating the children.
You talk about the challenges and some of the controversy. When the circumstances get tough, how do you stay motivated? If a school director that's maybe in their second year was to say to you, "Oh, man, how do you do this?" What's your answer? How do you kind of keep the energy going to want to do a 36th and a 37th year?
Because it's a job I love.
Okay.
I had a first grade teacher, and at home nobody read to me. But when I went to school, I saw these books. And I was like, what is this about? And I opened up and I saw the pictures. But then when I got to first grade, the teacher got into her secret cupboard and she pulled out a puppet. And the puppet made the sound A. And she put it into the letter pocket. And we started building words around that letter A, cat, bat. And there was a connection there that I can learn to read. I can read books. And I knew at that moment I wanted to become a teacher. And then we had an issue in our school district, and I don't know if you want the whole story.
Yeah, no, this is great.
But my daughter was in 3rd grade, and she wasn't being affected, but it was the 4th year in a row that a group of students in her class were going to have the teacher leave halfway through the year. And we were at the PTA meeting, and I just knew that it wasn't right for those students. And I was speaking that to the group, and they said, "You're going to the school board meeting." And I was a person that sat by the window in the classroom hoping nobody would call on me. And here I was, asked to go and speak to the school board. But it was something that was important. It was something for students. So I went to the school board and I gave the case about it wasn't a good idea to have the teachers leave so many times in a row for the same group of students. When a school board member said, "Call me," I called her and I explained to her and I listened to her. And she said to me at the end, "Why don't you run for the school board?" And I said, "No." And she goes, "But you listen." So I was we were at the dinner table. We always ate dinner together as a family. And I was telling the family, and my daughter said, "Well, Mommy, what did you say?" And I said, "No." And she said, "But Mommy, if anybody belongs there, you do."
Wow.
Because you care about kids. And that's how it started.
The rest is history. Wow. You mentioned being a teacher.
Yes.
How has your experience as a teacher informed how you operate as a school director? It's got to give you an interesting and different lens on the job of being a school director.
It did, and it started when I was working in Head Start. My first job is teaching and working with reading. And books are written in a certain way. A is for apple. I pulled out the book and I had a picture of an apple. And this little girl looks at me with big eyes and she says to me, "What's an apple?" And growing up as a farmer child, I thought, wow, everybody knows what an apple is. But how it transferred to my role as a school board member is we need to reach children where they are and then build on that and build on that. Do assessments so we know where they are along the way, but we need to reach them where they are and what they understand.
What advice would you have? People are watching this today and they're on their school boards or they're thinking, oh, I wonder if I should get more involved. What would you tell them?
I tell them there's no greater purpose. We've lived overseas, I've traveled overseas, I've seen other schools, I've seen where children are pigeonholed, they never have a chance to move out of that pigeonhole. I've seen where they fight for a book. To be able to just have another book in their classroom, I would tell them, but you're the student's voice. The parents send their child to the school. You're the voice to ensure that they get a good education. Work in partnership with the parents. But always remember, it's about the students. It's about best teaching practices. It's about how students learn.
Barbara Bolas, our 2023 William Howard Day winner. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's an incredible honor, incredible honor.